Welcome to the cradle of quarterbacks, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boiler up in this one. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hawkeyes will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Purdue's offense will have the first possession of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To throw, it's Morin. Working that left side now. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fair catch called for and made. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. The give to the tailback. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Good timing on the quick out. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Man, when you go over the middle, you got to be willing to take the punishment. You're going to get hit a lot of times anyways, so you might as well catch the football, but his arms starting to look a little bit like Reese Davis when the check comes at dinner.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Morin. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
And the Boilermakers are on the move.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on 1st down. The give from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Quick completion on the out route. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he fouls his way to the 35. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's 1st down at the 27.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They'll run it. It's Paul. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand.
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 3rd. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll go right back to it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The lone back's got it. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. All over him, knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up. A first down for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Morin. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Leaves it with the back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. The Boilermakers are rolling down the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Now on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Morin. He finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Going up top on first down. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa has the ball back on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Motion from the offense. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Finds his man. It's Paul. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Boilermakers want to move quickly. They'll run it on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Morin. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by 10 to Arkansas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now on second down. To the ground with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's caught. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Feeling some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Shoots it to the left. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concept.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? That's the 20. He's got space.
That's how you do it. Cause the fumble, scoop it up, try to put it in the end zone. How about the big fella getting down the field? He didn't score, but flipped the field completely and now set this offense up in a position to score some points.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Gonna run it. It's Douglas. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. That's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to throw, it's Morin. Makes his connection. The Boilermakers get it past the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Gives it to the back on the draw. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Boilermakers have their offense in high gear. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Caught in the backfield. It's Paul. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. They'll give it to the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Paul. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Now they'll run the draw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. It's on target and complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got his man.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Unleashes one. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Morin. Just a short pass to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. They'll line up for a second down play. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Morin. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The back goes in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Threw a pick last time, almost threw another one. But you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience.
None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the play-making as opposed to giving it to the other team.
Buys a little time with his feet. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense, you have to understand the situation. You have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They're going to run it to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
At the 36. That's a first down for the offense.
They'll run it to the right side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll try the right side. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, you're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Give to the running back. Fakes his man out. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. Marches ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Pushes for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
The return is brought down at the 48, and the Iowa offense will take over.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Give to the single back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Hawkeyes get the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Takes a handoff. It's Douglas. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, they don't pick up the 1st down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Power ahead. Touchdown, Iowa! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Incomplete on the two-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a one-point lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Back to throw, it's Morin. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He makes the catch. All kinds of running room. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop. First down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Paul. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. This kicker's already 2 for 2 on the night, and he can say good night. He would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough, but now